All right, guys, let's get into some NCAA basketball picks and props for Sunday, February 4th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that game picks leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I was 0-1 yesterday. I gave out Appalachian State minus 10.5 versus Georgia Southern, and App State, they did not come to play, at least early in the first half in this game. I guess they did because they ended up scoring 85 points, which if you told me that, I thought they were going to easily cover. But they just could not stop the three-pointer. Georgia Southern, they made 10 three-pointers, and I think 8 of them were in the first half. It was absolutely unbearable. They shot 42% from behind the arc as a team. It was tough to watch, and it's tough to pull forward and win by double digits when you're allowing 10 made threes. So we did not cover. But App State, they won in overtime.
Yeah, I gave out Baylor minus 2.5 going up against the Cyclones. Game just started. It's now 6-2 Baylor. So hopefully Baylor can cover that 2.5 at home, and we can split the day. Trey, let's go to the props for us. Have you start us off?
Yeah, 0-1 there as well. This one's even more heartbreaking. I gave out Tyler Kolek over 17.5 points versus Georgetown. These books know exactly where to set the line because Kolek, he had 15 at halftime and scored quick 2 points at the 16:32 mark in the second half. So I thought, oh my gosh, we got basically the whole second half just to cruise, and he's going to make a bucket at some point. But then Cam Jones just refused to pass the ball after that. He scored 14 straight points for Marquette. And I was looking at the play-by-play. It didn't look like it was like, oh, I'm just going to grab the offensive rebound and put it back. It was I'm going to pass the ball to Cam Jones, and Cam Jones is going to immediately put up a shot. So, yeah, Kolek just stayed at 17 points because at that point, Marquette, they were up 40 points. So it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, really bad beat there. I gave out Dalton Connect to go over. Trey, you want to guess the total point?
Probably 24.5.
24.5 points going up against Kentucky. I was blown away when I saw it. I still took the over. The game hasn't started yet, but Dalton Connect, he's put up 25 plus in 6 straight, so I understand the line. So hopefully he can't hit that for us. Trey, let's go to the group play. I gave out Wichita State plus 10.5. You gave out Memphis minus 10.5. I've been watching a lot of Wichita State basketball, and so have you for the majority of your life. This might be the worst meltdown of Wichita State's program in basketball history. They were up 15. It was 40. No, yeah, 50. It was 56-40 with, I believe, 6 minutes left in the game. And then they lost on a David Jones 2-point fadeaway game winner from Memphis to win 65-63. So Wichita State.
Back-to-back games for Wichita State that they've blown double-digit second-half leads.
And Memphis scored 25 points in the last 5 minutes of the game. It's unbelievable what happened. Wichita State, they shut down their leg. They did cover the spread, though. So let's go on to the group play for tomorrow. A great game. One of the best games on the slate, maybe the best game on the slate. Purdue going up against Wisconsin early in the morning. Purdue minus 2.5, over under 147. I'll start. I'm going to take Wisconsin plus 2.5. They're coming off that emotional loss. They blew a 19-point lead against Nebraska back home. Crowd's going to be into it. Players going to feed off the energy. This is a must-win game if they want to win the conference. Purdue, they've got Zach Edey. He's bigger than you. That's the key player matchup. He's bigger than you. Wisconsin, Tyler Wall, he's going to have to box out in this game. They're going to need some players to step up. Story's having a fantastic 5-game stretch. He's scoring 15-plus points every single game now. I like Wisconsin. Defensively, I think they get it done. Offensively, they just got to make their shots. I'm going to take Wisconsin with the points. Trey?
Man, this is a tough game. I really want to pick Purdue because I do think they're going to win this game. But just looking at the head-to-head, it's been a very close battle. And just whenever we filter over to Wisconsin, yes, Purdue did win there last year, but it was only by 2 points. And then in the game at Wisconsin earlier in that season, Wisconsin did win. And then if we look before that, Wisconsin has won 3 straight games over the last 10 at their place. So I'm going to go with you. I'm going to take the home dogs, Wisconsin plus 2.5. I do expect Zach Edey to try everything that he can to prevent that from happening. But I think at the end of the day, you got to take the home pups because, man, it's going to be very loud there, even though it's going to be an 11 a.m. tip-off. So I'm going to go with the home team.
Yep, college basketball home pups, always a great bet. All right, we are going to sweep with Wisconsin plus 2.5. Let's get into our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be going with this IUPUI game versus Milwaukee. And this is going to be an entertaining game to watch. Both teams, though, they have had below average seasons. IUPUI was the preseason pick to finish second to last in the conference. And they've kind of fulfilled those expectations with a 6-18 record. They're also 6-15 ATS. And the Jaguars, they're 2-8 on the road. But IUPUI, they are going to be without their best player in this game in Jalen Counter. And Counter, he's their leading scorer with 15-plus points per game. That is an absolutely massive loss for a team that already has very much trouble putting points on the board. in Milwaukee. They were the preseason pick to finish second in the conference, and they have kind of stumbled out of the gates with an 11-11 record. They're also 9-11 ATS, but the Panthers, they're 7-3 at home this year. And I expect Milwaukee to come this game and kind of just dominate from the beginning. I'm going to be taking Milwaukee here minus 15.5. And I'm not scared about this big line either, because I fully expect them to win this game by 20 plus points, because IUPUI, they are not a great team at all. They are ranked second to last in the KenPom. So 361 out of 362. That is just not good. And IUPUI, they're coming into this game with some massive negative momentum, because over the last 4 games, they have just got their ass whooped, losing those 4 games by an average score of 80-61. So losing by an average of 19 points per game. And 3 out of those 4 games were home games. And they're going to be having to travel on the road here. And I think they're going to proceed to get their butts whooped off the court here. Give me Milwaukee. I'm going to be taking them here minus 15.5 versus IUPUI.
Love the play there, Trey. For my play today, I'm going to stay in the Big Ten. I'm going to be looking at Nebraska going on the road to take on Illinois. I'm going to take Illinois at home, -9 big in this game. Nebraska, they're coming off maybe the most emotional win ever in program history after making that 19-point comeback at home beating Wisconsin. We did get the court sore for Nebraska in the last game, but in this game, I think Illinois is going to win this one big. It's always hard to play on the road in any conference you're in, but in the Big 12 and the Big 10, it's almost impossible to win on the road. Illinois has been playing really good basketball since their loss to Northwestern. They've won back-to-back games against Indiana and Ohio State away from home, and they're going to be back home in this game. The environment, it should be great, and Illinois has dominated Nebraska over the last several meetings. Illinois has 5 consecutive wins against the Cornhuskers, and they have won by 10-plus points in the last 4 meetings. Nebraska has also 1 win only this season away from their home floor, and Illinois has 11 wins at home this season with only 2 losses. They're coming off that emotional win. Nebraska is, I think, it's the correct spot here to back Illinois, even with the big spread. Give me Illinois -9 as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about a guy that we talked about in our group play. Give me Zach Edey to go over 37.5 PRAs against Wisconsin. I really love this over for Edey in this game, because he's going to be living in the painted area and the free throw line, and we're going to see him just dominate on the glass. And I believe that for a few reasons. The first one is because he has simply been on a tear here recently. Over his last 6 games, Edey, he's been crashing the glass at will and scoring a ton of points, averaging a massive 44 PRAs per game. That's honestly pretty wild, and I expect him to continue to dominate here. That's because in his only matchup versus Wisconsin last season, Edey, he finished with a 17, 19, and 3 stat line, which comes out to 39 PRAs. And Wisconsin, yes, they do have a 7-footer in their starting lineup, but just like we saw last season with him, Edey, he's just simply going to eat him alive. And Purdue, they do not like to get the court stormed on him. Yes, I know I took Wisconsin plus 2.5, but I do expect Zach Edey to do everything in his power to prevent that from happening. Give me Zach Edey to go over 37.5 PRAs versus Wisconsin.
Yeah, I do like the play there for you for Zach Edey. For my player prop today, we're going to go to Arizona. I'm going to take Keshad Johnson to go over his total points going up against Stanford. I like Johnson in this game going up against Stanford instead of Caleb Love, because I do think it's going to be a little bit more of a blowout game. And we saw Caleb Love take the foot off the pedal in the last game against California. Johnson's line is probably going to come out at like 12.5, and I'm going to take that because he's been very effective over the last 3 games. He scored 15-plus points in 2 of those 3 games, putting up 12 points against Oregon, and he's also been looking for a shot a little bit more over the last 3 games against weaker opponents. In the game against California, he shot 13 times, and against Oregon State, he shot 11 times, playing 27-plus minutes in all 3 of those games. He's been one of the more reliable scoring options for Arizona over the last week, with a couple of these guys going cold from the field for Arizona. And Stanford this season hasn't had a great year. They're giving up 75.6 points per game, so I expect Arizona to put up at least 80-plus points in this game. And I like Keshad Johnson to have at least 14 of those 80 points. Give me his over 12.5 as the play for tomorrow night's game. Trey, let's go to the graphics. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking a massive line. Give me Milwaukee minus 15.5 versus IUPUI. Not nervous about it, just because IUPUI is so very bad. They've been showing all season long that they're going to lose every game by 20-plus points. Also going with Zach Edey over 37.5 PRAs versus Wisconsin. There's an outside chance he hits this on points alone. But, I mean, he's going to be grabbing 20 rebounds, scoring 20 points. So that's what he's been doing over the past few games.
Yeah, I'm going to take the big spread as well. Illinois at home -9 against Nebraska. I think it's a really good spot to back the Fighting Illini. And then Keshad Johnson, over his total points again, probably going to come out at 12.5. I love that over. Caleb Love last game, he really disappointed me taking the foot off the pedal. So give me Johnson to be the primary score tomorrow for Arizona against Stanford. Guys, that's going to do it for the plays and props for Sunday, February 4th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit 10,000 subscribers again. We want to thank everybody again. Trey, if you want to pull that 10,000 subscribers up, if you guys comment llama on any of our videos up until Super Bowl, you will be entered into winning $1,000 from us. The only catch is, come Super Bowl Sunday, you have to be in the chat to claim the prize. We're going to have a live at halftime. You have to be in the chat to claim the prize, and you have to comment llama on any of the videos up until the Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called, but you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,